Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel Achieving Alpha and welcome back to another episode of Smart Money Analysis for today, that is 5th of May 2021. And yesterday I clearly warned you about a possible pullback looking at the net long position of FII in the index futures, and the put call ratio was also telling that the indices were somewhat oversold, and basically some short covering was expected, which is what we saw today. And in the morning also in Telegram I told you, if you have a look, that I was able to observe a long build up in Bank Nifty futures ahead of the RBI press conference. So I told you that I was just sharing an observation, and of course the decision whether to trade or not is up to you, but I was just sharing you what I observed. And yeah, I told you about the same, and after that you saw that Bank Nifty was showing some strength throughout the day. And you need to understand that there is no impact of news as such. The big players are aware about the things well in advance, and that's what they do, right? They try to build the position prior to the event. And I hope you guys made some good profits, and if you did, please let me know in the comment section. One of the things which could have happened with a lot of you is that most of you must have bought the call options if you are having a bullish view today, and you would have faced losses. Now I will tell you two reasons as to why did that happen. First thing is that you need to understand that basically when you are buying a call option prior to a particular event, the prices of the options are too high because the implied volatility of the options is high. The IV of most of the options today in Bank Nifty was over 50, and as soon as the basically the result of that particular event is out, the IV starts crashing, and that's what causes the option prices to go down very fast, and that's what would have happened. So an ideal situation here would have been if you would have gone long in futures or if you would have shorted a put option. Those two would have been really favorable, basically really favorable for you. But if you would have bought a call option, that's what would have costed you, and this could be the reason for the loss. But as we discussed, we saw a good pullback, and that's what happened in the markets today. So let's try to analyze the data for today and try to see how do things turn up. So let's start with the cash market. In the cash market, there is no surprise that the FIIs have again sold for more than 1100 crores today, and the DIIs have also joined the party. Now, a total selling of 1300 crores has been seen here in the cash market. And why is this a concern? See, you need to understand, if both FIIs and DIIs are selling this much, who is buying it then? The of course, or the basically the answer to that is this is being bought by the retailers and HNIs. Now, if you ask me that basically of all the three, if retailers are buying, then I don't consider it to be very healthy, because retailers don't have a lot of purchasing power, and this cannot really happen every day. So, if at all FIIs are exiting, this tells me that they know something which probably we don't, and they are trying to exit their cash holdings from our markets. That's not a very good sign. So, again, there is a negative stance based on the numbers from the cash market. Let's have a look at the derivatives data. So here is the derivatives data for today, that is 5th of May 2021, and you will see that the net position of, or the net long position of FIIs in index futures is almost same. There is no change. You will see that some longs have been reduced and some shorts have also been reduced, and the net long position happens to be same at 52.32. So there is negligible change. And yeah, same could be seen on the graph. Let's try to understand by how much percentage did the put shorts in the index increase. So the put shorts were increased by roughly about 14%, whereas the call shorts in the index were increased by roughly about 4% only. So the put shorts, the increase in the put shorts were more compared to the call shorts. This gives me a bullish view from the option writing perspective. Let's have a look at the longs in the options. So the longs in the call side have increased by roughly about 2.5%, whereas in the put side have increased by roughly about 1.5%. So again, you see that there is a 1% bias towards the call long. So here also you can take neutral to mild bullish kind of a thing. So the activity in the index as of now looks out to be bullish, mildly bullish to neutral. But the concern is the numbers in the cash market, and that's what you are seeing, that is one of the biggest concerns for me, because it's been consecutively the fourth day that the FIIs have been selling in 4 digits, and that's not a very good sign, right? So let's see how do things turn up, and let's have a look at the option chain now. So coming to the option chain analysis, this is the option chain for Nifty for tomorrow's, that is 6th of May expiry. And one of the first things that we can notice here is that not a lot of OI has been generated on both the call side and the put side. So generally a day or two before the expiry, you see some significant OI buildup, but this time it's not the case. And this might be hinting that not a lot of players are interested to write options as of now, because you see that the market is too volatile and maybe people are preferring not to do option writing at the moment. That could be one of the reasons. And yeah, there is so much less activity in the options than we see normally. The second observation that I can see here is that the highest OI on the put side still remains intact at 14,000 and the second highest is at 14,500. On the call side, again every multiple of 100 starting from 14,700, you see some decent open interest on the call side and the highest again stays on 15,000. One of the other things which we can see here is that on the put side, there has been some aggressive, not very aggressive, but some aggressive put writing. And that's what you can see, that the call writing has been negligible, but compared to that, the put writing has been significant. That's one of the observations. Talking about the max pain and the PCR, so basically the max pain is currently on 14,600. What that means is there is a high probability that Nifty might expire on 14,600. Again, this data is subject to change and there is no guarantee, but it's just the way people interpret it. And PCR is still at 0.74, which still has some room for some upside, but maybe not a lot. But it is in a condition which I would still call it oversold, and this is the reason that you might see some bounces from here on. And yeah, because you see that there is a lot of shorts created, or basically there is a lot of call writing happening, and the moment these shorts are covered, you can see some good short covering rally. That's the first observation. Talking about Bank Nifty, so let's analyze the option chain for Bank Nifty. Here you will see that the put writing has been aggressive and the call writing has been almost negligible compared to the put writing. So again, that does tell me that the players who are writing these put options are confident that the Bank Nifty will go up from here on, and that is the observation that we can make from here on. Talking about the PCR and max pain for Bank Nifty, so the max pain is at 32,700 and the PCR is comfortably trading at 0.94. Not trading, but the PCR is currently at 0.94. So this is for the option chain for Nifty and Bank Nifty. The highest OI on the put side is at roughly about 31,000, but I think that is too far. So let's consider 32,000 and it should act as a credible support. But again, here also not a lot of contracts have been returned and it's just 2 days prior to the expiry. So there is something fishy, or maybe people are not interested at the moment because the index is too volatile. And on the call side, you will see that there is some heavy open interest on 33,000. But if at all we open up gap up tomorrow, which there are high chances looking at the basically the global cues, so we could expect some short covering rally because roughly about 1.34 million contracts would be trapped if at all we open gap up above 33,000 and if we sustain that. Post that, the resistance happens to be at 33,500 and we might try to test it, but what happens there we'll have to see according to price action and it's hard to predict as of now. Talking about the key support and resistances for Nifty and Bank Nifty. So Nifty, the support happens to be at 14,600 followed by 14,480 followed by 14,300. The resistances for Nifty happen to be at 14,700 followed by 14,750 followed by 14,800. For Bank Nifty, the support happens to be 32,550 followed by 32,400 followed by 32,000, and the resistances for Bank Nifty happen to be 33,000 followed by 33,150 and followed by 33,400. So you can make a note of these and you can plan your trades accordingly. Let's have a look at the global cues. So the global cues are looking strong as of now. Dow is almost trading close to its all-time high. S&P is also looking strong and Nasdaq has also seen some recovery from the bottom. DAX has again gained its important level of 15,000 and it's comfortably trading above that level. We have to see whether it sustains or not. That is a different issue, but as of now this is looking strong, and also the VIX has seen some drop. So till now the global situation is kind of strong, and if it remains then we should expect a gap up tomorrow. But again, this is subject to change and these indices are going to run overnight. So what changes happen overnight, we can't really tell as of now, but for now this looks bullish to me. So yeah, my final verdict based on the activity in the cash market would be negative, and based on the activity in the derivatives market, it would be neutral for now. So the FIIs are still in sort of a neutral stage. Let's wait for tomorrow, and I would advise you to keep your positions very much light, because the data is looking neutral and it can go anywhere. Either we can see a good bounce from here on, or basically we can see a good downfall as well. So there is not much that we can draw today from the derivatives data, but yeah, I shared with you whatever we got. Cash market, as I mentioned, is negative, so you have to be watchful about that. And yeah, one last thing before I end up is that we have an Instagram page now, which is this handle, achieving_alpha. You can go and follow us, and we'll try to post the latest updates related to stock market and some learning content for you guys as well. So I guess this is it for this video then. I hope you enjoyed this particular content. If you did, please consider pressing the like button. And if you are new here and coming here for the first time, subscribe to this channel for more such content. Thank you so much for sticking around till the end. Have a good day. Take care and bye-bye.